Greetings from the Marco Simoncelli World Circuit in Misano, where the Motogp race is about to begin. As you can tell from the footage we're broadcasting from the track, we're looking forward to great weather for the race. We are moving now to the starting grid, where the Motogp riders are ready to start the race. Tension is sky high, but these guys are seasoned pros, able to withstand any kind of pressure.
Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we're on Motogp 18 once again. We're on an episode of the 2019 mod Crutchlow career mode, and we are here for, I believe it's round 13 now, in San Marino at the Misano World Circuit Simoncelli. So basically just quickly recap what happened in the last episode. So the well, not what happened, but how the championship ends up. So we continue to lead. We continued our perfect winning record. So we have a 97-point lead ahead of Andrea Dovizioso in the championship now. Marquez is in third position, 121 points back. Fourth place for Vinales, 140 points back. Fifth place for Valentino Rossi, a further 9 points behind. Vinales, 149 points behind. Jean Mir stays sixth as top rookie with 96 points. Jean Zarco with 93 in 7th place. Lorenzo moved up to 8th ahead of Miller with 91 points, and Miller had 90. So they're all pretty close from about 7th to 11th, I think. So if we go on to the Constructors Championship, well, not the Constructors, the Teams Championship, and have a look at that. Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP are currently leading the way ahead of us in second position, the LCR Honda Castrol team. Third place for mission winner Ducati. Fourth for Repsol Honda, fifth for Suzuki, sixth for Red Bull KTM, seventh for Alma Pramac, eighth for Aprilia, and ninth for Real Avintia Racing. There's 11 points in it between us at the top, so it could kind of swing either way, although I think they've probably got the advantage because it's really hard for me to match their points tally because there's two of them. Obviously there is only me in this team. Ducati have dropped away a little bit. They are another 15 points behind me, so yeah, not quite so good for them, but hopefully we can it's going to be a difficult race here. Hopefully we can come through and hopefully score some decent points against Yamaha.
All the riders have taken their places on the starting grid. Riders are deep in concentration, with just a few seconds to go until this San Marino Grand Prix begins.
Right, so we're waiting for the lights to come on. Well, they've appeared in the top left. They are on now. We're waiting for the lights to go out for the San Marino Grand Prix. Lights down, away we go. We've got a sort of decent start there. Pull alongside Abraham. Up to second gear, third gear, fourth gear already between Aleix Svago and Morbidelli. Getting the brakes nice and late. So right outside of Quartararo and the two. Oh, massive crash, massive crash. I think Quartararo was involved, and you see Rabat flying across the screen. I was going to say we're going around the outside of the two Tech 3s, but that massive accident happened. And now at the inside of Bagnaia as we go down towards Rio. Up the inside of Bagnaia, a bit of contact. Bagnaia up the inside. Up the inside of Petrucci, Miller, Bagnaia, and the two Suzukis as well. Up into 8th place. Mir's coming back up the inside. We're trying to hold the throttles. We run a bit wide. Up into 8th position behind our fellow RCV rider, Jorge Lorenzo. Hitting the brakes a bit early there. A bit of contact with Jean Mir. Jean Mir's hit us up the back, and Siren's now crashed as well. I think he was involved in the accident earlier on, but Miller's round the outside. So back down to 9th place. Go to the left hand side of Miller. Are we going to go around him into these double rights? Round the inside of Miller. Closing to Jean Zarco in front. Miller up the inside on the curb though. Is Miller going to get the place back? Oh yes, we're down to 9th for a second, but back up into 8th once again as we power around the outside of Jack Miller. Down the straight now towards this tricky right-hander. Very fast corner. You can see Marquez in 6th position there, so struggling a little bit. We're right behind Jean Zarco on the KTM. Trying to go around the inside, going up the inside now through turn 13. We still couldn't do anything there. We're going to have to sit behind through Caro. And Marquez has basically stopped on the curb, so he's now lost position to Zarco and us as we swoop around the outside and up the inside. Now we're behind Zarco, probably going to try and line him up for this last corner. Up the inside on the brakes. Zarco tried to outbrake us a bit there, but we've got up in 6th place now at the last corner. See Lorenzo's having a pretty good race, and I think he's in 3rd there. And Iannone on the Aprilia is now the target, but Rossi is also in front of him. Bit of contact there. Marquez hits us at the back through turn 1. Flicking over through turn 2. Oh, Marquez almost hits us again. Zarco trying to go on the outside, leaning on Zarco a little bit there. Holding the throttle open as much as we can. Still in 6th position. Zarco and Marquez really trying to get us here. Into Rio once again. Zarco goes wide. Rossi goes wide. We're at the inside of Rossi. We're at the inside of Iannone now. We're past Iannone. Flicking the bike left. Trying to get on the inside of Lorenzo, but can we quite do it? Almost a bit of contact with Lorenzo there, but we just managed to avoid it. To the left-hand side, he's pushing us up against the curb, down towards this left-hand corner. I'm not sure the name of it. Up the inside, Quercia. Oh, tries to go on the outside though, goes Lorenzo. Is he going to keep the position? We got on the throttle nice and early, up into 3rd place. And on lap 2 already, so it's been a pretty good start for saying how difficult it is to pass at this track. Lorenzo tries to come up the inside, a bit of contact once again. So lots of collisions here from the AI taking different lines to me. Hit me up the back obviously earlier on in the race, and then also now hitting me in the middle. Gone off the track a little bit there because I messed up that right-hander, but we are closing up to the M1 of nearly called him Yamaric. I'm not sure, I think it's because I was thinking of Yamaha, but Maverick Vinales. There we go, through Caro. He's got a pretty bad exit, but flicking to the left of the side, doesn't he? Well, around the outside, up the inside through turn 15, I suppose, but we got the move fully done before we even got to 15, so up to 2nd position, sort of out of nowhere at the end of lap 2. So now we just have to rest the race to hunt down Andrea Dovizioso. What is the gap as we go over the line? What is the gap to Dovizioso? 0.6 of a second, so it shouldn't be too bad to try and catch him. And we've got 0.3 back to Vinales through turn 2, pumping up the curb a little bit, so not the most ideal line, flicking over for Variante de Parco. It's probably completely not how you pronounce it, but there you go. I have to give an attempt at these at least through Rio. Once again, Dovi probably took a little bit better line through Rio there. He's gone on the throttle a bit earlier, flicking the bike back over for the left of turn 6 on the throttle. And Dovi's really got that corner. That Desvedici gets out of turn 6 well. Apparently that's turn 7, even though it's pretty much straight. A crash with Jean-Mir. It's unfortunate for Jean-Mir into Quercia. See, Dovizioso is still getting away a bit. I mean, he got a really good exit on that straight, and he sort of broke about the same point as us. We haven't made any time upon him yet. We're now 0.4 behind him. We ran a bit wide though into Tremonto. Is that going to allow Vinales got the inside? Not quite. But we have lost a bit of time to Dovizioso because of that. We got a bit of a better exit probably than him because of it, but it's not really worth it. We lost quite a bit of time through Curvone. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Through turn 12. We have actually... Oh, what the hell was that? We just kind of bumped up for no reason. I think we might have touched the curb slightly, but you see how the bike just bumped up, and we're still 0.4 behind. We are getting away from Vinales a little bit though. And me and Dobby clearly setting the fastest pace out of everyone. But after a lap's worth of progress, we're probably about half the gap, but not really as much as I wanted. At the last corner again, he got a pretty good run. What is the lap time going to be there? 28.0, so 2 28.0s in a row. We're now 0.3 behind him. We've got a second to Vinales behind us, so a bit safe to Vinales now through turn 2. Getting on the throttle as early as we can, flicking the bike back over for turn 3 through the Variante de Parco again. Down towards Rio, hitting the brakes for Rio. We hit them a little bit early, and Dovizioso did get away a little bit. Dovizioso obviously using the green on the outside as well. Through turn 6, get on the throttle early as we can, try and get out the corner, but Dovizioso once again with that Desvedici gets a beautiful exit. I think he's probably going to pull away a little bit down towards Quercia again, or Quercia. I don't know how any of these corner names are pronounced, but we have actually we were a bit closer to him than we were last time, so maybe we'll have a look into some of these quick right-hand corners coming up ahead. But we've gone really wide once again to Tremonto with 2.5 behind him going in, but we're not coming out. You can see he's got a bit of a lead again. We have got a nice exit though compared to Dovizioso in the slipstream down towards these right-handers. We're going to have to back out a little bit here, I think, because of the difference in speed. Yes, we took a completely dodgy line through turn 12, closing up to him once more. Can we have an attack? We ran a bit wide through 13. Are we going to have a look into 14? No, not quite. Well, not even like a little bit of a look. We're now only 2/10 behind. Oh, through turn 15. Are we going to have a look into the last corner though? We're so close to Dovizioso there. Go for the inside to the last corner, but oh, not quite close enough. Almost a bit of contact through the last corner there. Get on the throttle into slipstream as we start lap 5 and 6. We are right behind Dovizioso. We're definitely going for it now. Look, breaking as late as we can through turn 1. Getting on the throttle between 1 and 2. Up the inside to the lead of the race, but Dobby comes back through once again. So Dobby takes the lead once again through the Variante de Parco. We go. He is right in front of us now as we approach Rio. He broke quite late for Rio there, and he's not really ran very wide. So I think I broke a bit too early for Rio. But flicking the bike over once again through turn 6 on the throttle, trying to stay as close as we can to Andrea Dovizioso down the straight. Turns well through turn 7 apparently, but I don't really tell it's a turn. But we broke very late for the Quercia. I think it's probably not really helped us out. We've probably lost a little bit of ground to him there. We did close on the brakes, but then we didn't get it down to the apex. Coming up towards the triple, well, not the triple rights, the double rights. We ran a little bit wide to Tremonto. Once again, we're not really getting that corner done very well. And we're about the same distance away from it as we were a lap ago through this section, so we're not really making any progress on this lap, even though we did have that little pop at him through turn 1 and 2 through Curvone. We ran a bit wide once again through Curvone. Seems when we're behind we can't do it properly. We are really widening them in though. Oh, we've ran a bit wide through 13. That's not helped us out, so we're now 3 tenths behind him through our sector. And Vinales only 8 tenths behind after the little battle we had earlier on. So Vinales has come in again through turn 15. Are we going to look into the last corner this time? On the inside of the last corner we go. We've run really wide. We've gone completely off the circuit there. So we come bump back up onto the track. Dovizioso, we've kind of given him a bit of an advantage. There's 3.3 tenths. Breaking as late as we can through turn 1. Closing up to him. Trying to use the strength of this bike, which definitely compared to the Ducati probably is being hard on the brakes. Through the Variante di Palco. Turn 3 down towards Rio. We're about the same distance we were last time, so we've got to try and capitalise where we didn't capitalise last time. On the throttle through Rio as hard as we can through turn 5. We are much closer now. Oh, having a look at the inside of turn 6, but we couldn't quite do it on the throttle. Using subslipstream here. We're only a tenth behind Dovizioso now, so surely we're going to have to have a look into turn 8. Hit the brakes quite late on the inside into turn 8. We've ran a bit wide though. Dovi's come back again, so Dovi retakes the lead once again as we run wide. But we've got a beautiful exit out there. We're going to have a look into these right-handers. On the inside to the first of the 2 rights. We've done it on the inside, but he goes back through. We go on wide through Tremonti, but not as wide as we have been previously. Getting the exit down up into first position once again. So down towards this right-hander. This is my favourite section of the track. Well, not my favourite section, but compared to Dovizioso, where we were easily making time on him, and we couldn't really do it properly when we were right behind him. So hopefully this is going to be us home and dry now. We've got 3 tenths to Dovizioso. We ran wide though through Caro. Is he going to have a look? There's his wheel in the bottom right. He almost had a look to come back through, but we just had enough of a lead through turn 15. Down towards turn 16 now, hitting the brakes for the last corner. Misano corner. Out of Misano corner we go. Up towards the line. It's going to be another win in this championship for Cal Crutchlow. A very tense race, probably. Well, about as tense as Bruno there. Once again, going down to the end. So we're going to have a look at the race winning overtake from a couple of different angles. You can see it from the replay cam, and then you'll see on the exit as we come flying past him. You see him appear on the right. There we go, in front of him. Now watching from on board, because I thought this looks quite good from on board. So you the dive up the inside, clipping the apex, but running a bit wide. He comes up the inside, we pick it up again for a bit of a late apex, get a better run, and there we go up into first. You can see on board from Dovi now into the right-handers. We got the inside. Dovi cuts back, but unfortunately for Dovi, he didn't counter in that we would pick up a late apex and get a better exit than him.
While the riders complete
it's very tactical plays there.
To the Parc Ferme, let's take a look at the final ranking of today's race.
So in the end, we do win by 2 tenths of a second ahead of Dovizioso. So a very tight race, and if you look at the lap times, we didn't have much over him, even when we did have tyres. And by the end of that race, the tyres were very worn, so it was hard to really gain the lap time on him. Maverick Vinales ended up a second behind there in 3rd place. 4th place for Lorenzo, so pretty good finish for him there. He finally beats Marquez. I'm not sure how many times he's done that this season, but not many. 5th place for Valentino, so not too bad for him. He'll be a bit disappointed that he lost out to Lorenzo there, but he will be happy that he beat Marquez in 6th position. Iannone in the end ends up 7th ahead of Zarco. Petrucci 9th, Rins in 10th position. Miller in 11th, Espargaro in 12th. The other Espargaro, Aleix in 13th. And Takaki Nakagami 14th, finally in the points this season. That's amazing for him, so we're going to finally have some points for our teammate there. 15th place for Jean Mir, 16th for Rabat, 17th for Morbidelli, 18th for Bagnaia, 19th for Abraham, 20th for Quartararo after that crash at the beginning, 21st for Oliveira, and 22nd for Sairin. Pretty familiar position for those 2 Tech 3 riders. They have been struggling a lot this season. So we move on to the Riders' Championship. We extend our lead. We're now over 100 points in the lead of this championship. We were 102 points to Andrea Dovizioso in 2nd place, 136 to Marquez in 3rd, 149 to Maverick Vinales in 4th, 5th for Valentino Rossi. Well, we've now just got over double his points. He's 163 points behind. Lorenzo moves up 2 positions into 6th in the championship. A couple of 3 points clear of Zarco in 7th. Mir actually loses a couple of positions after that quite poor finish. I think he only got 1 point in the end. And Miller 8th, not Miller 8th, Miller 9th. Rins stays 10th. 11th, Petrucci's going to, well, he's underperforming compared to his teammate there in 2nd position in the championship. 12th for Iannone, 13th for Pol Espargaro, 14th for Bagnaia, 15th for Rabat. Obviously, no more points for Quartararo in that race, so he stays on 11 in 16th position. Obviously, he still is the sole Petronas bike. Aleix Espargaro moves up to 17th. I think he might have got his first points of the season in that race as well, actually. I'm not 100% sure, but 18th. Nakagami moves up 3 positions there from quite far down, and he now has 2 points. Oliveira moves down, he's got the same amount of points but didn't finish as well in this race. Morbidelli and Siren also moving down to 20th and 21st position, and Abraham stays last with 20. Well, this is still with 0 points. So we continue to lead the Constructors' Championship ahead of Ducati in 2nd, Yamaha 3rd, Suzuki 4th, KTM 5th, and Aprilia in 6th position there. Almost a 100 point lead in the Constructors' Championship, but not quite. But I'm sure we probably will end up getting that in the next race. Obviously the next race is Aragon in Spain. It's not too bad for overtaking there, but we will see. Moving on to the Teams Championship, we actually have lost a couple of points to the Yamaha. We were 11 points behind, we are now 13 points behind. The 2 factory Yamahas, they are being consistent as ever, so it's going to be hard for us to overthrow them. 3rd place, still for Mission Winnow Ducati, still 26 points behind them, but they have gained a couple of points on us. 4th for Repsol Honda, 5th for Suzuki, obviously then have the strongest out in there with either Rins or Mir. 6th place for Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 7th for Pramac, 8th for Aprilia, 9th for Elementia, 10th for Petronas, and LCR Honda Idemitsu finally with points on the board moves ahead of a Red Bull KTM Tech 3. So that's good. I think that's a good way to end the video. Hope you enjoyed the race, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next video.
A very intense weekend. Finally, the moment has come for the riders who put their talent on show to celebrate. With such an exciting race, these 3 guys deserve the applause of everyone under the podium.